Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Yes! Yeah! Yeah! Hello, welcome back, Strat fans, and oh boy, am I glad to see you today, because I am going to show you I'm going to dive into a Chaos Dwarf campaign with you, because, I've been hyped for these boys for a long time, ever since I learned of their existence, and I just been, and then I got to see the regular dwarves, and I've just been hyped. Oh my god, what would they be like, So this will be, due to popular demand, I would be starting a campaign. However, I did have to make a personal choice because nobody voted in the second poll. So I've chosen to play Zhatan because he's kind of got the most vanilla-ish like lord effects. He's got general lord effects. He doesn't affect any other units. So it's a little easier for me to justify starting with him at first for a campaign. So this will be my this will replace my Victoria 3 campaign, but don't worry, I will straddle them every other Friday, just so I can finish that one, and then I'll focus down on this one too, because this is new. This is something I've been hyped for a while, so I really wanted to do it, and I'm glad to show you guys it. So we're gonna play Zhatan the Black today, with the War Host of Zar. He's a powerful melee character, and he's pretty tall for a dwarf. He's got another active convoy. Recruitment cost, like all of his artillery and war machines are half off. So he does specialize a little bit with that. He does more casualties captured, which equals more labor. Local recruitment +1, and a sadistic snare, which is like a route he does. So that's pretty cool. And then he's got a nice starting army with a nice Death Shrieker rocket launcher and some blunderbusses, Chaos Dwarf warriors, and a couple hobgoblin units. So, without further ado, let's get into the campaign. Oh wait, hold on. Let's get into the campaign. The weak shall toil for us, the rest shall die. Ooh, Zhatan, you're as evil and despicable as ever. Now, I did already play a Chaos Dwarf campaign, so there won't be that pesky tutorial. We start with a Demon Smith, Sorcerer of Fire. Okay, let's pop them in here. Couple Chaos Dwarf Warriors, one Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss, this Death Shrieker. Alright, let's check our tech. The tech is something I really love about it, how they break it into different sub trees. I really like that, and I love the different resources you have. It's very, very it's something very new and fresh that I'm glad happened. Now, one thing I've found is that control is a big issue, so I'm going to go for that, and then I'll probably do industry to help my economy. The labor economy and the raw resources, armaments, conclave influence, all that stuff. It's really cool to see all of this different resources I gotta manage. Even though it makes it a little challenging for a campaign, I think it adds a lot more flavor to it than it makes it challenging. Alright, so we got one battle here with Moxia here. The Warriors of Chaos, the Karg. And where are we exactly? We're up here at the Valerie. And, oh, there's Cathay. So we're right outside of Cathay in the Chaos Wastes. Okay. Let's see. What can we build here in the Valerie? We already got the drill of a chute. I believe everybody starts with this. No matter what campaign you play, you start with it. I think I'm going to do the patrol routes. And I do like how certain buildings only cost this resource. So you don't even have to really focus on building up your gold. You could just, stockpile raw materials, and then build up your economy that way. I like that. And how you can rush buildings, it really makes it awesome. Alright, Zhatan. We're going to take you against this army. And this will be our first battle because I want to fight it. That's a truly undivided force. Slaanesh, Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Khorne, all in one. Okay, and a Lord, and some Chaos Warhounds. Okay, let's fight the battle. I think it's fairly weak enough that I can deal with it. They're just marauders. If they were warriors, they'd be more challenging. Let's see, Zhatan in combat. What's this trait they have? Contempt. I have to really analyze their traits, Strat fans, so I can, because I'm gonna make a guide on these guys as well eventually. So I do need to, analyze their strengths and weaknesses. And if you hear the fan in the background, it's hot as balls out here. So I'm usually a cold weather guy, and when it gets close to the summer, I put on fans because I overheat. All right, let's keep our Chaos Dwarf infantry, our most prized possessions, back here. Blunderbusses, there's a little high ground here. Alright, there's hobgoblins. Okay, the wolf riders, so yeah, they can skirmish. We'll put them up front to skirmish. Here's the rocket artillery. Ooh, that's got 2 firing modes. Death Shrieker rocket and demolition rocket. What's the difference? Projectiles 1. Oh no. So this must be like, it shreds. So this is more infantry. Alright. Let's see. Hobgoblins. Now we might as well just send them in with the Chaos Dwarf warriors, because it's not a big force, even though the hobgoblins are significantly weaker. There's that guy. He's got a pistol, doesn't he? Let's take a moment to just appreciate these units. I've been wanting to see them. Ooh, yeah, he looks cool. He looks cool as can be. Oh, look at that beard. Beard with skulls. Here's the hobgoblins. Really cool. And the Chaos Dwarves. I do like Zhatan's color scheme a little bit, but there's another one I like more. The more reddish scheme that Drazoth has. I like that a lot more than this. But yeah, that deep blue, it's kind of gives me Karazak Karak feels, but like evil. Alright, and here's the Death Shrieker rocket. Won't worry about magic. I want to see how this fires. And the blunderbusses, these big old hand cannons. Alrighty, let's start the battle. Okay, Zhatan. Yeah, he is pretty tall for a dwarf. And what does contempt mean? Missing other friendly units route with only effect. Oh, okay, so expendable units won't, they already don't affect it. But like if they don't have the contempt trait, it won't affect those with the contempt trait. These guys have the trait Backstabbers, which is pretty cool. Let's send this guy in. Ooh, jeez. That won't be. Ooh, wee, man. Zhatan, get in there. You just have a fireball. Start firing the fireball. Ooh. Oh, Jesus, that's not good. That's not good at all, buddy. Fire at that. Not our troops. Do they have, like, fire? Actually, let's see if I can fire at them. If they get snared by Zhatan. Oof, no, I can't do that. Fire at these retreating units. Okay. That's fine, Zhatan. So that's a little bit too dangerous. I took a lot of damage with that. My hobgoblins are taking a bit of damage too. Oof. You need to be in within range, don't you? Okay. Alright, fire at them now. That'll destroy the Marauders of Zinch. Fire. Are you gonna fire? I guess not. I still have... Wow, dude, that's a 30-second snare? Jesus. Okay, well, it's definitely gonna hit him. Ooh. Definitely is gonna hit him. Well, it makes sense to have it, you know, not do that. Let's see. Let's do just a regular. No, let's do this. I just gotta make sure I keep it away and don't have it on fire at will, because that's gonna be very, very bad if that happens. That didn't take as much damage off of us as I thought. Alright, there we go. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, so it has a long range, so I'm sure we could keep it at firing at units that are behind the enemy lines and keep it damage at a minimum. That's just, whoa, man, that does a lot of damage. Alright, there's a decisive for the first victory. Alright, that's what I like to see, guys. Only 100 losses, but I'm pretty sure most of them were due to friendly fire. Oh boy, but the rocket did get a lot of kills. So again, I just have to make sure that I don't have it on auto fire or fire at will, because it will destroy my own units too, and I can't have it do that to my Chaos Dwarves. See, while I find it spicy that you can get like slave or thrall units, I actually want to try to play like a legit dwarf faction and just, you know, use Chaos Dwarf units, or Kadai, or, you know, or siege weaponry too. So and that's how I'm going to play this, and I'm going to, you know, get a lot of armaments and upgrade that, because, you know, I just like the Chaos Dwarf units the most. Even though, you know, I'm going to have to rely on chaff for the early parts of the campaign, I feel like eventually I can get a whole army, a whole war host of Chaos Warriors, because they just do so much better. Alright, we're going to pick up some extra labor from you. Alright. We already know. Alrighty, Zhatan. Let's get Root Marcher and Survivalist for you. Alright. Let's attack Fortress of Eyes. That'll be an easy victory. Alright. And now, I believe we have an outpost already and a tower. I want to make the whole trifecta and make a fast. That way I can reduce everything. Alright. We'll make a strip mine here. Yeah, because they increase more raw materials. And then this one. Both will take 2. We have quite a bit. Let's rush some construction. There we go. There we go. Now we're at 300, so we're going to be making quite a bit. And then I'll upgrade that as well. Alright. Alright, Zhatan. Let's see, your logistician. Oh, I can increase the armor of my troops. I think I'll do that. I love heavily armored units. I just love them when they're heavily armored. Okay, and he upgraded as well. Okay, so he can spread corruption, all that. He's got these special abilities too. What's Infernal Engineer? Okay. I love how the UI was updated to, you know, have it be able to show you what's going on. Okay, Reforge. Restores the hit points of units with the Hellforge attribute. Oh, okay. All-terrain vehicle. Alright. Cool. And then he can be on Great Taurus Lamasu, Bale Taurus. I'll probably put him on a Bale Taurus. Fireball. Kindle Flame, Burning Head. And Cascading Fire Cloak. Alright. Now, I'm gonna recruit a bunch of orc laborers. Otherwise known as cannon fodder. Those ones I don't mind if the Deathstreaker rocket shoots into their lines, because, you know, they're cannon fodder. Alright, so I'm going to try to take out Karg, and I believe Village is up here too. I'm going to take him out if I want to, you know, secure up here. Let's see, I got a commandment. Control, use chance to play thing, armament, refinery buildings, rush construction, labor, cause construction. I'm going to do building building smokestacks, because I want to increase this control so I lose less laborers each turn. I want to stabilize that a little bit. What's our diplomacy like? So we're trading with the servants of the Conclave. Oh, actually are nice with the Heralds and the Tempest, but we'd have to kill these Ogre Kingdom guys to get to them and start trading. Alright. Hillforge. I do like this whole screen, because like I said, I'm going to focus more on Chaos Dwarf units, Chaos Dwarf infantry, missile, war machines, Kadai, maybe some flying monsters and bull centaurs, but probably won't do as much. But I do like the bull centaurs. I don't like their look as much, but they are really, really good. At least that's what I hear. Alright, let's end our first turn, chat fans. Alright, so this is going to be an interesting campaign, because Chaos Dwarves don't play like normal factions. They have all these resources. It's going to be a little challenging at first, because we're going to have mostly chaff units against, you know, for Zhatan, you're going to be fighting heavily armored Chaos Warriors, and, you know, have very limited chaff units. That's why I'm going to focus on like bulking up my industry. So whenever there's like a 4-slot settlement, I'm going to have 2 of them being mining outposts and 1 being a factory, in the capital being a tower. I'm going to collect as many towers as possible, because I want to get that conclave influence, so I can access the Tower of Zar, because there's a lot of bonuses in there. But I do want to make sure I don't neglect my raw resources. Alright. I think it's just an outpost. Yep. Just an outpost. Let's raid. Oh, okay, I guess I can't raid. Alright, well, maybe I can recruit something. No, I can't. Alright, but I can Hellforge something. Oh. We'll do Forge inventory stack. And then we can unlock the Manufactory, which I have to find out how many you can apply at once, because I don't know how many you can. Increase total capacity with army upgrade, a lot more Manufactory upgrade options, 4 quests, add them to someone, enhance all. I mean, it sounds like you just can add all of them, but I hear somewhere that you can only add a certain amount. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how that goes, but I really do like that whole system, because it allows you to really overpower your Chaos Dwarf units. Alright, I'm gonna recruit another Chaos Dwarf warrior. And I'll recruit some more orc laborers. I'm not going to recruit goblin laborers, because orc ones are just better. They have more leadership, more melee attack, less defense, but they have armor piercing. So, let's see, there's this malign authority, expendable, and then I noticed that instead of magic resist, they have fire resist. That's a good hefty percent. So it is pretty cool. All right, let's end another turn. We'll go after Iron Storm after this, and that should be a quick, easy capture. We'll have to take the Dragon's Crossroad to, I believe it's in the same province, just so that we can, you know, secure it, because I have also seen that Chaos Dwarves don't have any unsuitable climates. They're suitable everywhere, so you can This is the go-to like world domination play, because like see temperate, they're good in everything, I believe. Yes, they're suitable for everything. So okay, blackened heart, blacker soul. All right, okay. But yeah, so let's go after this, and there's their keep. This will be an easy victory. Alright, we're going to make it an outpost. That'll be our outpost. Oh, there's an... Okay, War Machine Graveyard. Battle Healing Plus... Whoa, dude! 50 armaments? That's insane. That's a really good monument. We're gonna have to keep that. Strip mine. Want to do a strip mine anytime. Alrighty. I'm gonna increase our... armor on our dwarves up to 97, which is insane. I'm going to do Flaming Sword of Rune and Survivalist. Alright, should have a full stack soon and be able to march on Bloodwood Keep, which is only level 1. Still gives them a good amount because it's a, a keep, a dark fortress. I don't know if it's a dark fortress, but it's a keep. That'll be the tower. And then, yep, Dragon's Crossroads will have to be the factory. But that'll be good because a factory has a minor settlement battle, whereas a mine is just a, an outpost is just a regular battle. All right, so we got this pandemic preparations. That's a cheeky joke. All right, we'll do industry, labor quotas, merchant guilds. I'll probably do labor quotas. You know what? I'm just gonna speed roll through all of these. Okay. Let's check our objectives again. Victory conditions. So we gotta take all of the Cathay gates, destroy the northern provinces, and have about 35 settlements. So pretty much we just have to take Cathay. Long campaign. We have to do it. Hold Zarnagrund, kill the dwarves, Zard boys. Oh, and we'll get these. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's pretty cool. We'll get some items from doing that. Man, that's awesome. So, like, if we do a long campaign victory, we get all these items. So, yeah, we're going to go for a domination. No, I'm just kidding. Once we achieve long campaign victory, we'll probably just do, like, maybe one special episode where you can see all of these special items in action. Alrighty, let's end our turn again. Alright, so like I said, this is going to be an interesting campaign. It's going to seem kind of slow at first, Strat fans, and I might auto-resolve a lot of battles because before I get enough Chaos Dwarf units, I'm not going to feel as confident in my forces because I have to split them. I can't, I have to have the enemy focus on my lower tier unarmored orc laborers instead of my higher tier armored Chaos Dwarves. So that's going to be a problem. Let's see. No, I can't do that. Okay. Let's just go over that way. Alright. Now, if I upgrade that, what do I get? More defensive supplies. A little bit of income. Sure, I'll do it. Though I should probably wait, because that requires a lot more. Yeah, I'm going to wait on that. Because once I get that other strip mine up, then I'm going to be able to really crank out the raw materials. Because we need that. We're just slowly approaching the Bloodwood Keep. Lothar, hopefully he doesn't have that big of a garrison. I don't think it's that big. My helmet's really hot today, if you're wondering. Just because it's so hot in this room. Lever Force Battle, that's good. Can I reach the Bloodwood Keep? I can. Let's see. Oh, we can military convoys. Okay, well, we'll reach the Bloodwood Keep. Alright, it's those aspiring champions that are causing it. Yeah, let's do a siege thing. Alright, let's see, a convoy. Alrighty. So this is kind of like the Cathay's mechanic. So we have these two guys. They will start to receive bonuses, and we'll start with those units. Metallic resilience. That's actually pretty good. I'll keep that guy. Yeah, I'll hire him. Let's see. I'm gonna go for labor. Haunted forest. How much labor are you gonna give me? 400. They're gonna give me. Chaos Dwarves gonna give me raw resources. They're gonna give me raw resources. They're gonna give me money for armaments. They're gonna give me slaves for armaments. Money for slave. Okay. Oh. You're gonna give me a lot. Troll Fjord. Yeah, I'll do the Silver Tower sorcerers. We'll dispatch one there. I'm going for labor right now because I really need it. That's not going to really help, but if that battle goes my way, then it will. All right. No, we're going to skip that. All right. Let's see. Let's hope that they don't sally forth. If they do, it'll probably be a Pyrrhic victory. I really don't want to fight those exalted champions or aspiring champions. Well, it's a close victory. I'm not going to lose anybody, so I'm just going to auto-resolve it. Because I really don't want to fight them. See, that's exactly why I didn't want to fight them. Yeah. Alright, but we still got a good amount. And we've taken another tower. Now, I could spend Conclave Influence to upgrade it. But I'm going to save that up because I want to try to conquer the Tower of Tsar. Let's occupy. Bloodwind Keep. There we go. Alright. Convoy encountered. Hobgoblin Tribute. Let's see. Numbers are superior. Because I haven't encountered anything, so I don't need to replenish. Alright. Banner of Swiftness. Cool. Okay. We've killed the Karg. And there's another Norscan faction, and there's Village.
The world will tremble.
Oh, it's just Village and his other Norscan. And there's Village right there. There he is.
That's it.
There him is. He's not that. He's not that scary. I'd say Zhatan is probably scarier than him. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. You got a lot of experience points from that. If I increase that, well, yeah. I'm going to increase that, and then I'm going to get rally. Because that's a good amount of leadership, plus some more melee defense. They're still sitting ducks, but they'll be all right. Bandolier. Piercing shots. We'll do scouting. Alright. Next turn. Started it. We have 2. Okay. Let's get this, and then we'll get this garrison building. What do they have here? Let's see. I think I'm going to get a Hobgoblin thing, because I think you can get the Gordas, you can get him by having a Hobgoblin building. They need to intake new ones. There we go. We're at 100% now, boys. Alright, we do have more armaments. I could increase blunderbusses as well, but I don't think I can actually recruit them. So I'm just going to forge more on this. And I'm actually going to stop that and recruit that guy in 2 turns. Hopefully Village doesn't take that, but if he does, he'll be weakened and we'll be able to take him out, hopefully. The thing is, we'll have to deal with him and we'll have... Oh, well, he just fucking raised it. I mean, that's what he does. But we will have to take Village out if we want to secure this whole sector up here, which I will want to do. Yep, that's what I thought. Unlock Gorda's Backstabber. Labor 500. Alright. Oh, well, if that case, I'm actually going to upgrade the Valerie. There we go. And we can claim a Tower of Tsar seed. Now the first one I'm going to go for, since it's up and open for grabs, I'm going to go for this one, the Machinator trait. Because this seat gives me a lot of raw materials, and I'm going to grab the Blacksmith one next. Alright. Because then I get more raw materials. And then I'll get more armament. Alrighty. Let's end our turn again. And then let's see if we can beat Cursling's little fella into there to claim it. No, we didn't. Okay. He just gave it to his vassal. Okay. Well, we're just going to declare war on Village then. And his vassal, so that we can take them both out. If we can take Village out in the open here, then we'll be good. Okay. I don't know if Village is going to stay there. He may not. That Cathay army might come out and try to fight him. He doesn't have as many good units. He's only got 1 or 2. So I'm sure I could take him. My units are better. Alright. I just love hearing Zhatan, like, cackle with laughter. Alright, if he doesn't move, then I will end the episode there, because it'll be a perfect stomping ground to take him next episode. But if he does move, yeah, he moved. Okay, I might just move around, because I want to fight him first. I don't want to just attack his vassal. Alright, let's see. Okay. So, I'm not going to take the Ogre's assistance. Tell him to get lost. Sure, I'll take some man-eaters.
Dwarf calls. I agree. This time.
Oh, well, his faction is in there. Okay. Well, I can take out one army and then deal with the Village. Hopefully he'll retaliate. So let's go after them. Declare war. Suck off Village. Decisive, like I thought. Let's take them down. I'll add that to him. And then this will be a faction. He's got a Drake Taurus now. So now he's going to be insanely better. Now we only have 300. We can't lose anymore. Alright, unyielding command. Nah. Let's see here. I'm actually going to go for these two. And then let's go for Blade Master and Hard to Hit. Alright. Everything magical reserves. Alright, let's do the commandment, and then let's see what Village does in response before we end the episode. I will, ooh, I'm going to add another war machine. No, I can't, because if I do, I'll still have to build the building. So I'm going to continue to add dwarf warriors. I'm not going to recruit them yet, because I want to see what Village is going to do.
Don't even think
He's either
about
going
it.
to attack me, or he's going to attack one of the gates. And if he attacks the gates and gets yeeted, then I'll end the episode, because then it's pretty much clear sailing. He's going to have to replenish at his red fortress here, and you know, I could just, you know, he's free pickings. He's done. He's dusted. Let's see. Oh, we have 2 more things. We have spell resistance, frenzy, and charge reflection. I mean, let's add spell resistance. It's good against Village. Frenzy. 64. Purchase and upkeep cost. No. We'll do 32 just for spell resistance. We do that. No. Alright, so we're going to need a lot more armaments per turn to be able to really get it. Alright. Let's do that. Spell resistance. Alright, so even though it dumped down our armaments, it's going to help a lot. And they have this right here, 8 upkeep for that, and they get 25% spell resistance. It's going to really help against Village and his old magic shit and his spells. Alright, let's end turn, see what he does. And if he fucks off, gets killed, or comes to us, then, you know, we'll end the episode. But if he, well, no, I'm not going to chance that. Oh, look at that. He's coming to us. So I'm going to see if I can fight him before we go. I should know better than to bet the game on whether I'm going to end the episode or not. The game's going to want me to keep playing. Cavalry contracts. Oh, armor of Gezrock. That's pretty cool. Each damage resistance up to 30%. That's pretty good. Claw destroyed. Alright, it's a 10. It's a pretty even. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe you. Because I'm on a time crunch here, guys. Alright. Until I get like a full Chaos Dwarf army, I'm not going to really want to fight the battles, like I said, because I don't understand how to keep these guys away. You know, I'm getting more Chaos Dwarves, but until I have all of them Chaos Dwarves, I'm not going to like to fight battles if I don't really have to. Alright, let's, these two, balance cruelty, what does that do? Oh, leadership up to -8. Okay, alright, and then we'll do, I think conduit, and bandolier, and endeavor. Alright, that'll conclude it for today, guys. I'm just going to finish, well, you know what? I'm going to upgrade that strip mine. That's perfect. I'll upgrade that manufactory there, too. So, we're doing really good as a start. I feel like this is going to be a great campaign, and then hopefully we'll be able to crack Cathay, and we will play one of these gate battles once I get enough Chaos Dwarves, and at least get some artillery pieces, you know, and then I'll be able to crack these gates really hard and take them from the Cathayans. Alright, so it was a little extra long of an episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, leave a like if you like the series, if you want me to continue, and if you like what I do here on the channel, please feel free to subscribe, comment what you like the most, leave a like for me, and keep it strategic, Strat fans. Colonel out.